You trying to find a lake property around Lake Winnipesaukee, one of the biggest challenges that people face that gets in their way for a long time, unless they find somebody who can really help them understand this, is understanding how properties are priced around the lake and what the reality is of finding their perfect property in the price range they're in. I have this conversation so many times a day. And I feel bad for buyers because they're wishing it was 2015 or 2019, and it's not. Prices have gone up considerably. They're not making any more lake property. And what happens is people will come to me, buyers will be, hoping to find something, and then they say, well, I'll just buy some land and build something. What is there for land? I'll just get, is there like a small parcel on the lake? No, there's not. There's no small parcel on the lake. Everything lakefront is scooped. Everything that comes on that has any access, any good quality to it land-wise is done, is gone, is high priced if it's available, right? So not saying it's never going to come available, but you have to have some deep pockets if you want to be on Lake Winnipesaukee lakefront with a dock, deep pockets. And so people get frustrated and they're confused and buyers just get mad, right? They're like, I wish I bought. We're never going to find anything. Well, we can find something, but we have to refine what we're looking for. We have to really know what's important to you, and I can find it for you. If I know what's important to you and you take a step of the reality and you're like, okay, I see what I can get for my money, then we can work together and I can find you something. I just found a client. She was searching for almost a year for a perfect property in the price range she wanted with the amenities that she needed and lakefront. And it wasn't on Winnipesaukee, it was on Winnisquam. But it was kind of a steal in the sense that we got it right away when it came on. It literally got the message that there was a new listing and I sent it to her right away. We got there, first offer in the door. There were two offers. Um, and a week later, the agent said to me, "You are so lucky," because the following weekend there were so many off people who had interest, not necessarily offers anymore because we already had it under contract. But we have to be right there, ready to go. So I just want to invite you to have a conversation. We don't have to work together if you don't want to. I can't talk to you if you have another agent. Like if you have a signed agreement with another agent and they're your buyer agent, you have to work with that contract and that agent or find your way out of that on your own. But I can't impede on somebody else's territory, or contracts, I should say. But I would love to just have a conversation with you. We can just Zoom, just like I'm talking right here. This is a Zoom, just so you have an idea, right? So one Zoom call might give you a really good perspective on your chances, on your chances of getting a lake property. It's not easy, but it's not necessarily impossible. And I just want to point that out. Like, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. You're never going to have anything. You just need somebody who knows the market, who knows the pricing, who knows what's out there, who knows what you can get in different levels of pricing. You under 200? Are you between 200 and 500,000? Are you between a half million and a million? Do you need a dock? Do you have valet? There's so many different options and so many different ways to enjoy the lake and enjoy lake property that I don't want you to miss out because you feel like there's nothing out there. But honestly, scrolling through Zillow day after day, hoping to find the right property, by the time you see it, by the time you get to it, it's gone. And a lot of agents don't like, especially in higher priced properties, a lot of agents don't like it when buyers come in unrepresented because they represent the seller. So now it puts them in a predicament. If you make an offer and they have other buyer agents making offers on behalf of buyers, there's kind of a safety net when an agent is representing another buyer because it doesn't look like they're just cherry picking for the buyers who walked in unrepresented. So there's a lot of reasons to be represented by a buyer agent. It's not always going to cost you an arm and a leg, but if you want to get a lake property, If you want somebody who's really good at what they do, really good at finding you and finding their buyers' properties, then hire a professional or at least talk to one, right? I'm a professional. Talk to me. You don't have to hire me if you don't want to. It's not that we talk and you have to sign something. We can talk. We're not going looking at properties right now. We're talking online. I can show you some stuff online and then you get to decide, but at least you go in eyes wide open. And at the end of the day, the goal is to get you the right property for you and your family and have you understand what's going on in the market. So it's July of 2025. If we have a conversation now and then you don't do anything for the rest of the season and you come back next season, we'll be having a conversation in that market because the market changes. The market has seasons. There's different times of year when it's better to buy, different times of year when it's crazier and more competitive. Like, we can talk about all those things. So, my name is Michelle Palys. I'm with the EXP Realty Advisors in Guilford, New Hampshire. I have a brand new office near the Big Apple on 25 Country Club Road in Guilford. We can meet at my office if that's more convenient for you, but I'm always happy to Zoom. I just want you to know I'm a professional. I'm an expert in the area. I want to help you. Like, don't, you can try to do this alone, but why? When you have somebody who's at least willing to give you some time and give you some insight, take that opportunity, take that advantage. It'll put you ahead of the game, I promise you. Even if we don't work together, you're going to win because you're going to learn so much from our conversation and scrolling through Zillow, scrolling online. It's like watching Netflix trying to buy a property. It's just information that you're scrolling out there. And until you get more detailed and more details about how this market really is, you're not going to get lucky, right? Classifieds are gone. Everything goes online for the most part. Like, with the right help, you can get really lucky. But just hoping for it and trying some backdoor opportunities, those aren't there anymore. They're not there for any of us, really. So anyway, Michelle Palys, EXP, I'm here to help you. Let's have a conversation. Talk to you soon.